Week 1 showed that anything can happen this season.
Can you believe it? Complexity gonna take down Cloud9 on day 3. Unbelievable win.
I mean, this is probably the craziest LCS split just from the first week's results.
Dominic's Smite was down for that, so it wasn't like he was,
I'm actually really comfortable on Team Dignitas right now. They have really interesting personalities, I can say.
I definitely think in Super Week we underperformed.
Seraph is gonna have enough damage to come in here. He actually flashes, doesn't get it, but it does go over to double him. CLG coming out definitively here.
第一周的表现有很多幸运成分嘛。
我觉得我们第一周的话，可能状态只能说还行，并不是特别好。
LMQ will go 4-0 on Super Week. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Week 2 of the North American League Championship Series. We're bringing you 8 more big matches as a part of our summer split action. Hello, I'm Riving Kabizin III, and teaming up with me to bring you every gank in Smash Nexus for our first 2 games is Sam Kobiar-McKenzie.
Should be a great weekend of games, and as the Super Week showed us, anything can happen.
That's why I'm excited. Let's run down the latest and greatest from the league. We start with the new Complexity's man in the mid lane. Prolly will be out this week.
Yeah, covering for him this week is going to be a familiar face for LCS fans, Mandatory Cloud, who started playing with Curse Academy after his former team, XTG, was relegated.
Yep, and let's turn our attention to the other new team that hit the LCS, LMQ, starting the day in first place.
And LMQ are looking like an incredibly strong team, with each member showing that they can step up and carry themselves. Their aggressive playstyle has dictated the pace of their games, and it paid off with a perfect 4-0 Super Week.
And we'll see if they can keep the streak going as they face tough competition this week with Dignitas and Cloud9.
Yeah, Cloud9 got off to a rocky start. They made team history for all the wrong reasons. Before last week, they had never lost 2 games in a row, and Hai also gave solo lane Soraka her first loss in the North American LCS. However, they were able to end the week with a decisive win over CLG, but the team may not be out of the woods yet as they continue to adjust to getting their shot caller Hai back.
Right, it's going to be a tough one. And in the European League's second week of action, there were some huge plays that you were talking about on Twitter. So let's take a look at a few of your LCS big plays.
Our first comes from Millennium versus Fnatic. At iCurrent writes, Xpeke's spear onto Creatine at the Baron fight, which pretty much won the fight for Fnatic. Here's your number 3.
And that Dean's Unholy Grail exhaust is going to be used. The Wall of Pain goes down as well, and Xpeke's down to less than half HP. This could be the chance for Millennium. Kevin going to dive into the back. Peke going to go low. Soa's trying to tank up, but in the end, he's fallen incredibly low as well. They do finally get rid of the AD carry. Curve going to catch another spear. He's finished off by an auto attack out of Cyanide, but here comes Requiem. How many will he get? He gets just the 1.
Let's clear over 2,000 damage in 2 spears, and the one on Creatine, Absolute Zero was the rest.
And let's remember, Nunu's the one getting the kills here. With ulti and with the auto attack.
It was a good thread of the needle. So next up from the same game, the Sad Lantern for Peke. At Sebastian Behan writes, that auto attack. Calculated for sure. Here's your number 2.
Peke was trying to get back, but Lucian surely going to block off his path. There is Creatine! Lantern! Oh!
Just when you think he got away.
Got the double shot off just in time. Finally, though, we have Copenhagen Wolves with the comeback against Roccat. At MMoney31 writes, Unlimited with the epic Thresh move leads to a 4-for-0 in the jungle. Here's your number 1.
So it means if you actually go for 1-1, you can chase. Unlimited though, he's in trouble.
He's caught out of position completely. The kick coming in. Actually, Wild Growth comes down. That's a lot of healing, but is it enough to keep him alive? The bomb only really catching Cowtown. Unlimited still being pressured.
Wow.
Celeber in the middle of the team is going to go down, and I'm not sure he's the last here. Van depression and finished off by Airwax, who flashes over the wall right in front of Overpower. And Yankos. Slow comes in. Cowtown joins around the corner. Airwax going low. The shield. The hook's coming out, and that is another one. Will they be able to finish off Overpower? They will.
Airwax going hard on that one as
that
well.
Off-screen hook, too.
Yep.
That was the most surprising part.
All right, everyone, keep an eye out for more of those pulse-pounding moments, and then share them with us by tweeting at LOL Esports, and be sure to use the hashtag LCSBigPlays. So let's take a look at your updated European LCS standings as they are now. Alliance is large and in charge at 5-1.
After that, it's SK Gaming and the Super Hot Crew. They're followed by Fnatic and Millennium at 3-3.
Then it's the Spring Split darlings Roccat down at the bottom. As for the North American standings, LMQ enters Week 2 in first place.
In second, we've got Dignitas and TSM in hot pursuit. Then Cloud9 and Counter Logic Gaming are holding fourth at 2-2.
And in sixth, it's Complexity and Curse, each having one win to themselves. Then in last, it's Evil Geniuses trying to get in a little more in touch with the evil and a little more of the genius. Kicking off the action in North America this week, we've got the age-old rivalry, Counter Logic Gaming versus Team Solo Mid.
Then Complexity face off against the Evil Geniuses, followed by a battle for first place between LMQ and Dignitas, and we'll conclude our LCS day with Cloud9 versus Curse.
That we will, and keep that browser where it's at for the North American Challenger Series, where we will be bringing you a best-of-3 quarterfinal series. It's XDG versus Nien and Frank Fang Gaming. Before the action gets underway, head over to lolesports.com as always and vote for who you think will be taking each of today's games. Simply click on Schedule Week 2 and give a thumbs up to the teams you think will triumph.
Then brush up on your LCS knowledge by checking out our player interviews, stats, and box scores, as well as VODs of all our games from their split. Study hard because there may be a quiz later.
That's right, there may be. If you're planning to be in the LA area, reserve your seat to our audience for one of our upcoming shows and get your picture taken with the pros. Click on the tickets link for all the details. But for now, we're going to hand things over to Freak and Jat, who are hanging out at the analyst desk. Take it away, guys.
Thank you very much, Riv. What's up, guys? I'm David Freak Turley. With me is Joshua Jat Leisman. We're the analyst desk.
Yes, we are. The analyst desk or the analysis desk. That is a long-standing debate. I like analyst desk.
I like analyst desk too. Yeah. D-Man, I don't care what you want to say about this one. Now, gearing up for our games today, we want to break down some of the players that we'll be watching. Up versus Counter Logic Gaming's new man in the top lane, Sarah.
Yeah, there was a lot of hype surrounding the first Korean player to join the NALCS last week, but in his first week of play, he didn't have the effect a lot of fans hoped that he would. He has to step up and perform better individually for CLG to succeed.
And we go from CLG's top lane to Evil Geniuses with Inox. He's been performing very well in his solo lanes, but in his first week of games, we haven't seen him contributing to his overall team's success. If EG wants to, continue to win, last split, Inox often carried, but really no man's an island, so we got to see if he can step up his coordination with the team and pull them out of that 0-4.
Yeah, EG's got a good chance of winning today, and so does Cloud9. We're watching High as well. Since his return to active duty, Cloud9 have looked uncharacteristically indecisive and cautious, but the team's now had another week to practice, and maybe they've gotten some of their groove back.
Hopefully they can. Next up, though, in the mid lane is going to be Dignitas' Shifter. He's had a couple of big games and, of course, did score the first pentakill of the split. But in his games, he's been falling behind in lane. He's actually got the lowest CS at 10 for all mid laners. And today, he faces off against the league's top farmer in Xiao Wei Xiao. Dig's success may just depend on Shifter actually winning his lane.
Yeah, that's going to be a trick one. And finally, it's Wild Turtle. In his first week of the summer split, he lived up to his name in a sense that he was very unpredictable and continued to get caught out unnecessarily with bad positioning in team fights. Turtle has to play better. He cannot rely on Glaive to bail him out again and again if TSM wants success.
Yeah, we're going to see them play in about 20 minutes, see if they can take down CLG. But switching gears, we want to actually hear what you guys have to say with our Twitter question today. Today we're asking, what's your favorite rivalry in the North American LCS and why?
Yeah, send your carefully worded responses to @LOLesports and use the hashtag LCS so that we can find it in the nebulous space we call the internet. We will be reading our favorite answers later in the broadcast.
All right, so on Thursday, our friends on the LCS preview show peeled back the curtain on the in-game discussions of LCS teams to reveal the secret truth. They're just like you and me. Let's eavesdrop on this week's edition of the LCS preview show's All Chat.
You know, that's the theme of the last Pink Floyd album, the Division Bell, that communication solves everything.
I'm coming over. Okay, I'm on Lulu. I'm ulting. I'm gonna ult them. Shyvana. No flash. Go. Yasuo! Okay, back forward. Yasuo! Full life. Nice! Keep going, I'm TP. Yeah, we get them all. I get a service. Great job. Listen. Good job.
You say it?
Clear call.
Clear calls.
Clear
good
calls.
plans.
Good plans.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, we won.
All right, we're good.
We won, man. We won. Back up. There's Lancer.
Oh my god, we're so good at this game.
Come here.
I'm coming for smite. Kevin, 6-0. Stop the fuck.
Nice!
Would you believe that? I said I was coming for smite, dude. Fuck.
I don't give a fuck.
Holy
Oh my.
so bad. You saw the ult like 15 years before.
Don't kill him, man. My points. Don't. My points.
Fantasy points, dude.
Don't.
I can't catch him.
Don't.
Fantasy points.
I can't. Yes.
No.
There we go.
Give the penta.
Give me
No, your fantasy stats.
Wait, get it.
That dude is a beast on Thresh. Yesterday, all my troubles seem so far away. But now I need something place to stay.
Pretty sure my singing's worse.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see that tomorrow.
Well, be sure to tune in at the start of each week for the NA LCS, actually both LCS preview show.
Yeah, we'll be breaking down the big news from the North American and European leagues, as well as the best in-depth highlights that you'll see, and also provide some sage fantasy advice that may help you dominate your opponents in fantasy.
That's Primo Intel. Now, set a reminder to wake up an extra 30 minutes early for Thursday, 8:30 a.m. Pacific Time, 5:30 p.m. Central European, to catch all the knowledge bombs we'll be lobbing in your general direction. Now, we've got to take a quick stretch before we dive into our lineup of games, starting with Counterlogic Gaming versus Team Solo Mid. The action gets underway in 3.5 minutes.